Wollondilly Shire Council Mayoral Fund. Where or who is the money really going to? In June 2016, the Shire suffered some of the worst damage the community has ever seen. The same community banded together like never before and helped people they didn't even know get back on their feet. Now, that generosity came in many forms: volunteering, storage, financial contributions to the Mayoral Fund. So what exactly does that mean? Well, when you fundraise to ensure transparency and that the money is used the way it is intended for, a constitution setting out specifics as to how the money is to be managed and used is usually implemented. So did our council do that? Well, according to two different council documents, it's appear they have done. But then the legal document states that council isn't holding that information. However, according to the State Records Act, council must hold copies of all information pertaining to council functions. So if council is fundraising for flood victims, then that would be a function and the records would need to be maintained according to the legislation. So let's have a look at what the Mayor wrote to us. So this is basically in regards to the Mayoral Fund. It's dated the 19th of the 6th and it's got here. Hi, I was advised you were handed a copy of the Constitution of the Mayoral Fund on Friday, along with the answers to the questions. Kind regards, the Mayor. Now, if you have a look at this, the primary principal governance officer on the 7th of July, a formal GIP application was submitted requesting a copy of the Constitution that governs the Mayoral Fund. Did not want the rules. The decision in relation to the first category, which is a copy of the Constitution, council is not holding that information. But according to the Mayor, someone was given a copy of the Constitution. So are they passing off information that is in fact not actually a Constitution at all? So apart from potentially providing false and misleading information by the Mayor, let's look at where this money could have been used. At last count, there was $152,000 before the proceeds of the Big Day Inn in the fund. Now, the production company that ran Big Day Inn at Menangle, BD Productions, appears to have one of the North Ward, either councillors or Mayor, as someone who may be receiving a financial gain from the company and its events. So the question is, did either a Mayor or councillor from the North Ward receive any benefit, either financial or in any other way, from the production of the Big Day Inn? Well, that information is yet to be released. Why? Well, isn't council supposed to be transparent? So after a resident tried to obtain the information regarding the fund by staff at council, they locked them in the building, according to witnesses. This is also available on council's own video surveillance, which has been requested by police for viewing, and at last contact with the police, council has not released that video surveillance. Why? Is this fund as transparent as what council is trying to make it out to be, and why won't councillors order council staff to hand over any and all information regarding a police inquiry, obligations under the Local Government Act? Why are council staff or councillors unwilling to release this video footage? Is it possible that staff, 3 males and a female, did actually detain a resident for asking questions regarding the expenditure of the Mayoral Fund? And is it because either a Mayor or a councillor in the North Ward has an interest in where the money went, i.e. BD Productions, resulting in either a financial gain or other benefit for themselves or a company that they may have an interest in? This has occurred on more than one occasion and appears to be a pattern of behaviour of intimidation tactics being used by senior staff, including getting multiple staff to stand over residents who ask about expenditure of council money. Not too sure if they've ever locked a resident in before, but I'm pretty sure they've stood over residents trying to intimidate them. One witness's account of this is, apparently the person went into council to ask questions on the Mayoral Fund expenditure. The staff member called a manager who had an Italian name. As I understand it, he was confrontational. He called a shutdown of the building, all staff left, police were called. She was locked in and prevented from leaving until police arrived. She phoned her husband to come and help her and was there when police arrived. Next day, both she and her husband received 6-month suspension letters signed by Ali Dench. If you have any information pertaining to the incident or witness what happened on the 4th of the 7th, at between 12 and 2 p.m. in which staff detained a resident by locking them in council chambers for asking questions about the expenditure of the Mayoral Fund, that information can be submitted anonymously by calling Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Councillors have an obligation to hand over all information pertaining to possible criminal activity to the authorities. Failure to do that may be obstruction of justice and aiding and abetting. This person was a woman and had 3 males and a female surrounding her while she was locked in council chambers for simply asking about expenditure of the Mayoral Fund. This is not right. What if it was your wife, daughter or partner? This person helped you in your time of need. Please help her in her time of need. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. This can be done and reported anonymously. Remember, choose wisely on September 10 based on the facts. Stop listening to their words, start watching their actions. Okay? Actions always speak louder.